Okay, look, I told you, if you don't wear a mask, you can't come on the show. No, I'm not going to. Don't you look at me like that. Now you're going to wear a mask? Okay, you know what? No, that's it. No, you go to your room. You go to your room and think about it, mister. You think about what you just did. Greetings, fellow YouTuber. My name is Tim. Welcome once again to another fabulous whatever we call this session of GainerWorld live from the GainerWorld International Complex in a bunker somewhere in an undisclosed location in the Midwestern United States. My name is Tim Gainer, in case you haven't figured it out yet. I appreciate you coming on. Lots of people coming on already. Thank you very much for joining me. We've got people coming in already. Of course, Sister Judy from the CO representing. Aw, yeah. DJ Zath from the Warp Radio Network. Thank you very much, Zath. Understand completely, buddy. Not a problem. Life is good. Elena is in there. Thank you so much. It is a pleasant evening in Chicagoland. You better believe it, lady. We're loving it. So, yeah, thanks to everybody who's joining us so far. If you're new to this little soiree that we throw every Wednesday, it's really quite simple. Basically what happens is we all get together for about 60 minutes every Friday night. We let the channel go live, and we just all kind of check in with each other and find out how we're doing. I mean, it's a simple situation. We're all sick of being locked up. We're all sick of the quarantine, and we need to find a way to just kind of let our hair down for an hour. And that's really what this whole get-together is about. It's nothing big. It's nothing important. It's just a way for all of us to get together, say hi, maybe play a couple of songs, which we'll do in a little while, and generally let our hair down and talk to each other and find out what's going on. So if you're new here, if you're in the background and you haven't said hi in the chat room yet, go right ahead. We don't bite much, and we'll be more than glad to talk to you, just like Zath did, and Elena, and Judy, and all those good, fun people. So come on in. We'd love to hear from you this evening. A lot to talk about. Also, Elena, I have not forgotten my assignment, so I just want you to know that. We'll be talking about that a little bit later. All kinds of things happening this week. My goodness. You'd think that last week would maybe be a little bit of a quiet session. No, didn't happen at all. Of course, where do you start? First off, I just want to say, I know you did. First off, to the people that cannot get into the chat room, nephew Colin, drummer Colin from the band and co-producer of Honor Among Thieves. Hey, buddy, always good to see you, pal. I'm glad that you're there. I'm glad that you're safe. Life is good. Missing you and having fun. Having a great time. Wish you were here. But so to all of those that cannot get into the chat room, and I know that there is a number of people that cannot get into the chat room, I know a lot of people somehow saw your feed pop up, couldn't miss it. Well, there's no accounting for taste. But in all sincerity, a lot of people texted me saying last week they still couldn't get in, and like I said, you just need to log in with your Google account into YouTube, and I think that'll get you in. But a lot of people texting me, and I didn't see it until after the show. So yes, I have my phone here with me now. Now, to anybody, what's it going to take for you to have a banjo already? Says son Matt, who has checked in this evening. You gonna buy one for me? Great. I tell you what, I'll play the banjo. You get on here and play the comb and paper. It can't miss. I'm just saying. So yes, I do have my phone here, and I'm warning you now. Anybody who wants to try to call me while we're on the air this evening, this does have a speaker, and I have a microphone right here. You've been warned. So, that in mind, let's get to the festivities at hand. A lot of fun stuff going on here. And thanks to everybody who's joining me. Like I said, if you're new to our little shindig, make sure you like and subscribe. That'll keep you informed of all the things that we're doing. And I have to bring this up, and I don't want to sound egotistical, although I've been accused of that and being a narcissist and self-centered and all those other fun things. And you're right. But I've got over 50 subscribers now. Philly Busher coming on, saying Tim is in the house. Literally can't go nowhere. Who you telling, pal? Tim is in the house. Glad you're here, buddy. I have not forgotten about you, by the way. I've got your number on speed dial. It's been a weird week. We're going to get into that in just a few minutes. But yeah, guitarist-in-law Tim Busher is in the house. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. It's been a bizarre week. It really has. I mean, let's just start right at the beginning. Little Richard. Man, what a drag, huh? 87. That man rocked until he was 87. I hope I can do the same thing. But yeah, we lost Little Richard this week, which is really a shame by all means. One of the original rockers. I can honestly say none of us would be here if it wasn't for Little Richard. You know, so that's a real big loss. I just found out a couple of hours ago. You may not know this name, but Astrid Kirchner. Now, if you don't know who Astrid Kirchner is, she was instrumental in the early days of the Beatles, where she took a lot of their now very famous pictures and actually also showed them the Beatle haircut, the original Beatle haircut. So she was very instrumental in fashioning them, styling them, I guess we could say. You know, but yeah, she passed away at the age of 81 today, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I mean, things just keep on going, and I don't know why. That whole old age thing, not sure what's going on. No cause of death with her. Jerry Stiller from Seinfeld, the guy that gave us Festivus. Festivus for the rest of us. We could use her now, says Chicago Boy. Yeah, boy, you're not just kidding about that, pal. That's a fact. COVID cuts. Yeah. Well, you can do that too. All you have to do, run to your pantry, grab a salad bowl, boom. You know, come on. Did Jim Carrey teach you nothing? I'm just saying. So we lost him. Jerry Stiller, you know, we lost him. I go back as far as watching him in the days when he was with Stiller and Mira, with Ann Mira, his wife Ann Mira, who was just as genuinely funny, and of course the father of Ben Stiller. So he's gone as well, which is really a downright drag. And another one, and I have to, and I'm not making light of this person's death. Please don't get me wrong on this, but I got a text on Tuesday. The text telling me about a death. Now, they were trying to tell me, this person was trying to tell me that Betty Wright, if you don't know the name Betty Wright, she was an R&B singer in, Betty Wright was an R&B singer in the 70s. And she had a big hit. If you're into oldies, she had a big hit called The Cleanup Woman, which was really a good song. And she passed away at the age of 66. And I got this text from this person, God bless them, that tried to tell me that Betty White had died. You can imagine the complete hysteria that I was under. I'm going, no, not Betty. Come on, not Betty. But it wasn't Betty White, thank goodness. But it was Betty Wright, which is just as sad. Passed away at the age of 66. So I was really sorry to, read about that. Elena just brought up another bummer news is about Melissa Etheridge's son. Yeah, did you read about that one? Kendall Cipher, 21, and had been battling opioids. At 21? Really? Man, that's some heavy duty hitting right there, and it's really a shame that happened. But he passed away from a drug overdose, apparently. So that's really kind of a drag. Really sorry to hear about all this. It's been a tough week, but and along with everything else that's going on, of course, catching the coronas, which some people are agreeing with, some people are not agreeing with. Some states are trying to open up now before we find a cure for this thing. or a vaccine, and some people are saying no, stay home. It's just things have just gotten out of hand. It really has. Things have just gotten out of hand with everything. So not sure what's happening with that. In Wisconsin, boy, did you read about that? The state court. Judy says Colorado is opening bars and restaurants next weekend. Wow. Okay. So there was a law that was struck down. I guess the stay-at-home law in Wisconsin was struck down by the Wisconsin Supreme Court or the state court or some court. And the bars in Wisconsin were open and filled within 2 hours. This is not a joke. And this is, now you know why they call them cheeseheads. It's just, man, they didn't waste any time at all. It was just crazy. And Matt says, and some people don't have a banjo. Life's a trip sometimes. I'm telling you, man, I will buy the banjo. I know a place right now, I can buy a 6-string banjo. You come over here, and you get the comb and paper. We will play. I'm just saying. The ball's in your court, Spiro. I'm just saying. Judy says, my celebrity crush plays a banjo. Does that count? Yes, that's close enough for me. Who sang that song, It's the End of the World as We Know It? That would be REM, dear. That would, and you're probably right about that more than anything. So yeah, lots of weird things going on. People asking, how's the move going? It isn't. It really isn't, and I'm getting frustrated. I don't mind telling you. I said, as I said last week, I wish you could see the rest of my apartment right now because it's all boxes and bags and totally disheveled stuff. Nothing even close to how I live. But I'm living out of boxes now, waiting for this thing to finally close. I've been following a little bit of it on a vlog episode that, unfortunately, due to time, I just have not been able to finish editing. But I promise you, I'm going to finish it this weekend. In fact, I'm going to go so far as to say Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, there will be a new vlog episode. So you've got your weekend planned. You can replay this show and past GainerWorld lives. In fact, you can binge watch all of the vlogs. And then Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, the new vlog episode, because I'm moving out, will premiere. There, I've said it. I've backed myself into a corner. I got to finish it now. Can you play it? Can I play the episode now? No. Oh, you want to know if I can play the REM song? No, I can't. But my guitarist-in-law, who is in the house right now, Tim Busher, can. And he's quite good at it. And this is one of the reasons that I really wish that he was around right now. But that's the way that is. So yeah, that's going on, and I'm really trying to move up out of here so I can get into the new place and set up my studio and start doing all the things that we need to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you all to a very, very wonderful person that is okay. I need to explain this before we go anyplace. There is a young lady who is watching right now, and she is also in the chat room. Her name is Megan Paulette. She's one of the people who right now, if you listen to the Hug Show, which we talk about all the time here, the hometown underground sound show, radio station WRGG 93.7 in Greencastle, Pennsylvania, also on WRGG.org. I thought I was cool when I was just in the top 10 with Get Out of Denver and Hide and Seek. Megan Paulette currently, and last week that was at least, had the number 1 and 2 songs. Unsigned artist. She's the biggest unsigned artist in the country right now. And that's just all there is to it. 2 great songs. You're going to hear me on the radio. And, oh, Megan, please forgive me. It's because I'm under pressure. I can't remember the other title. But please go check her out. She's at Megan Paulette Music, Paullet. You can hear her on Drupal. You can hear her on the Hug Show every Tuesday and Wednesday night. Just an amazing artist, and the fact that she is joining us this evening, I truly appreciate it. Thank you, Megan, very much. This means an awful lot to me. It really does. So that's going on, along with other things. I'll tell you one thing that was really cool that I use. I wouldn't miss it. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. One of the things I did, now I use Skype with a lot of calls that I make to like overseas when I talk to like, the Bullfrog Camp and people like that. Never use Zoom. And I got my first Zoom call last week. I talked to my sister Judy and some very old dear friends that I think are lurking in the background. Not hard, don't know for sure, but I think they are. And I had a great time catching up with old friends that I have known literally all of my life and have not seen in the longest time, and especially with everything that's going on with the quarantine and all this good stuff. And that was a lot of fun. That was an awful lot of fun. And in fact, anyway, Matt is saying hi, Aunt Judy. So Aunt Judy is there. So Matt, be good. I want to pull this out. We're going to pull out the old trusty 12 string this evening. Let's see if this is working. Let's see. Is it tuned? Oh yeah, sounds great. Okay. It was a lot of fun. Judy says it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was actually. It was nice being able to bond with people again that I have not seen in forever. But I thought about this song. I may end up doing a cover of this. I'm thinking about it. But it was a song that after I hung up, I went, man, I should have played this. So we'll see what happens here. This is an old Dan Fogelberg song. And I know I'm going to screw it up. No, Matt, it's not Ace of Spades. And no, it's not Louie Louie. Or Smoke on the Water. Or Color My World. Or Stairway to Heaven. I'm going to try to play this. I wonder if I should capo this up. I think I'm gonna. Hang on. Make sure it's 8.5 minutes long. So, okay. That is a private joke. Colin, who co-produced Honor Among Thieves, the new album, which isn't really a new album anymore. That thing's been on the charts for 6 months, pal. Hats off to you, too. Okay, we'll see what happens with this. Thought about this last week. But Colin always had a thing. There's a track on the album that's over 8 minutes long, and he's out of his mind for it. He's never let me forget that I put an 8-minute song on an album. Some of us believe in the old world, okay? This is an old Dan Fogelberg song that we used to play all the time on a Saturday night when we were in my friend's basement or my basement with Judy, and we used to do like 3-part harmony to this, and it was really beautiful. And that's why I think I may redo this for the next album. Who knows? Well, we'll see. There's a place in the world for a gambler. There's a burden that only he can bear. There's a place in the world for a gambler. And he sees, oh yes he sees, and he sees, oh yes, he sees. There's a song in the hearts of a woman that only the truest of loves can release. There's a song in the heart of a woman. Set it free, oh, set it free. Set it free, oh, set it free. There's a light in the depths of your darkness. There's a calm in the eye of every storm. There's a light in the depths of your darkness. Set it free, oh, set it free. Set it free, oh, set it free. Let it shine, oh, let it shine. 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 Let it shine. Okay, butchered that one considerably. Thank you very much. Have not played that one in a year. Have not played that one in a long time. But yeah, that brings back a lot of memories. Megan saying, used to love singing harmonies on this song. It's a great album. The Souvenirs album, which I have to admit, Judy and another dear friend of mine, another great guitarist, another great songwriter, the name of David Glynn, turned me on to that one. And going back to the old days, Jeannie is having trouble again. Let me see. Is Jean having trouble again? Let's find out. Nothing on the phone from Jean. So it can't be that bad. I'm just kidding. Jeannie, I know you're there. Hello, sweetie. I'm glad you're here. I hope you got my message earlier today. We need to talk. Speaking of which, speaking of people talking, again, people asking what's going on with June 6th. As of today, if it's true what we're hearing, and our beloved governor here in Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, says that it's going to be okay, the state should be opened, and we should be able to play. Bravo, you. Well, thank you very much, Elena. I appreciate that. So we should still be able to play. For those of you who don't know, we have a show planned on Saturday night, June 6th at Sylvie's Lounge in Chicago. Megan saying road trip. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I tell you what, you come out here, Megan, I will pull you up on stage. I'm not playing. Homie don't play. I'm just letting you know now. Bring your guitar if you're playing, if you're coming. Anyway, Saturday, June 6th, Chicago, Sylvie's Lounge, Steal the Rain, my very good friends with Gene and Dave Bonin and Marty Bukacek, great gang of people, great cover band. They're going to be playing along with a very, very well-known up-and-coming singer-songwriter by the name of Sean Heffernan. He's going to be there as well. I'm happy to say that I'm going to have a guest guitarist who's going to be making his well, he's not a guest. He's going to be making his debut with the band. My very good friend Ken Valskis, who has played with me in the days of Brad Axis and Rats. He's going to be there as well. Matt says Steal the Rain rules. You better believe it. That's a fact. Matt, who, by the way, my youngest son, Matt, plays bass in my band, along with my oldest son, Jim, who plays guitar. So we're going to have a lot of fun, and we hope you join us. We hope we can pull the show off, quite frankly. We'll see what happens, because we haven't heard anything. There hasn't been any cancellation yet. So that's a good thing. That's, pardon me. No, I'm not. I ain't got the coronas. Don't worry. For those of you who are new, I do have allergies, and I will cough occasionally, but it doesn't mean I need to get the brain tickler. Which, by the way, I know a couple of people who have. And, yeah, it ain't pretty. Don't know. If you don't know what a brain tickler is, trust me when I tell you, you don't want to know. You guys are moving a lot faster than we are. You know, and it's strange, too, because there are some states that are moving up and they're trying to open everything up. And there's other states that are just like, no, we're not going to have it. You know, it's obviously a big sticking point with a lot of people. And I'm not even going to try to get into the whole, you know, should we open, should we not open thing. That's not up to me. That's not up to me. That's up to the powers that be. And if that happens and we feel that that's going to be, you know, if we feel, you know, if it's going to be one of those things where if it works, great, and if it doesn't, that's okay too. But I'm not going to get into the personal opinions of it. That's just one of those things that's happening right now. So yeah, I appreciate the fact that everybody's here. I know that there's a lot of people that are watching right now. Thank you very much. Don't be afraid. Come on into the chat room. We'd love to hear from you. We've got all kinds of family and friends and special guests and everything. Our curve is downward motion. I'm staying home mostly. Same here, Judy. Okay. Well, that's as it should be. I live alone, and yeah, so it's like I don't get out anyway. So it's all the same to me. It doesn't bother me either way. So yeah, all kinds of things going on this week. Nobody has. Just want to make sure. And again, for anybody. Okay. So, somebody asking me if I want to save 15% on my car insurance. I don't know what's going on with that. So, I guess I should address my assignment. And if you're a regular viewer, you know that last week I was left with a bit of a homework assignment. And that homework assignment was, Tim, what is your favorite song that you wrote? Now, anybody that is a songwriter knows that this is almost an impossible task to answer. It's almost like asking a parent, who's your favorite kid? Because you just can't do it. I've been a writer now I've been a professional musician for 49 years. I've been a professional writing for 45. And I've written a ton of stuff. Some of it you've heard, a lot of it you haven't. And to try to figure out what my favorite song is that I wrote, I mean, there's so many of them. I'm looking at you, Elena, because this is all your fault. I'm just saying. I'm just kidding, kid. I love you. You know that. So, be that as it may, I had to pick out one particular song. I guess my assignment is pick out your favorite song that you wrote. And Jean asked it. Did she really? Oh, wait, hold on. Somebody had to get cute. Let's find out who it is, shall we? Yeah. Let's see here. Can you send such and such the link for tonight? He is asking. Stand by. I told you guys, don't mess with me while I got the phone, while I'm on the air. You don't know what I'm going to do. Tell Robin to look on my Facebook page. There is a direct link on my page to it right now. Period. Don't you love speech to text? I know I do. So, yeah, anytime that you guys want to know what's going on, please, by all means, first off, like and subscribe to the channel. I know I sound like PewDiePie or David Dobrik when I say that, but Dan was asking. Okay, so Gene was asking, and Dan was asking on top of it. Gotcha. All right, so now I've got two people asking me the impossible question. Wonderful. But anyway, let me take care of this first. You like and subscribe. It'll give you notifications of when we do this. Normally, we do this every Friday night between 7 and 8 p.m. Central Time. And you can also replay it on my channel. So far, I've got, and I mentioned this at the top of the show, and I never got around to finishing the thought, I've got over 50 subscribers because of you guys. Now, I know that in the vast YouTube world, that is a drop in the bucket. I get it. But I do truly appreciate it. I really sincerely do, because it means that you guys are taking this goofy little channel to heart, and you're taking the album to heart and the music, and it really does mean so much to me. It really does. Basically, and just like this show, the reason I do this show is for you, to find out how you are doing, because we're in tough times right now. There's no getting around that. And if I can maybe put a smile on your face and a song in your heart and all that other semi-romantic garbage, for an hour, then it's all worth it, as far as I'm concerned. Because that's, as musicians, as producers, as actors, as entertainers, that's what we do. And if I can do that, that's great. So to answer the burning question, what is Tim's favorite song? Tim doesn't have a favorite song. But I will play one of my favorites. You're welcome. Name the song. Getting anxious, are you? Let me just play something a little upbeat. This is one of my favorites. That it's on my first album. It's on my first album, Honor Among Thieves. And I think one of the reasons this is my favorite is because it's one of the first kind of silly story songs that I had written. And also, I got a lot of help from it from my oldest son, Jim, on the way to a dentist. And I'll explain that after we do the song. But this is off the first album, and this is called Love on the Line. Well, it's another Friday night, and she watches the screen flash again. Right click, left click, anything to do the trick to find a transoceanic friend. She taps out, hello my baby, tell me what it is you're doing tonight. He says, anything darling, as long as it makes you feel right. She's got her love on the line, and you know it's just a question of time till she's safe in the arms of this unknown Romeo. Don't you know he can almost see his face in her pseudo-space as they both attempt connections that only they can know. As the dim lighting flickers, they're in their private Shangri-La. To her heart he starts to whisper about how he's gonna kiss her in a secret life there from afar. She can feel her heart racing as he says, babe, it's just a matter of time till the distance falls between us and the day comes that you're finally mine. She's got her love on the line and she knows it's just a question of time till she's safe in the arms of this unknown Romeo. Don't you know she can almost see his face in her pseudo space as they both attempt connections that only they can know. Well, the plans are made and the weeks melt away till she's standing there at gate number 2. She sees him emerge and the theories are purged. It's like watching a nightmare play through. You didn't tell me your hair was so gray, he says. Baby, I didn't know you were so. You could cut the disappointment with a knife. The moral of the story, you know, don't put your love on the line. 'Cause they know it's only nickel and dime. And there's some things that are out there that aren't quite what they seem. You know what I mean? Don't put your love on the line. 'Cause for the sake of $24.99, there's a whole world out there that's not just on that screen. Don't put love on the line. Love on the line. Love on the line. So there, that's one of the favorites. One of the favorites. And I hope that did the job as far as answering the burning question. What is it that Tim likes about his music? Anyway, love that. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Judy is applauding. Elena's giving me thumbs up. And I hope that's everything that's... name of the album again. Where can I find this? This is off the first album, my first solo album. The album is called In My Travels. It is available everywhere. Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, Download, Dribble, all that good fun stuff. All the streaming services. It's available digital only. So, yes, go out and buy it, by all means. That was the first single that was released off of that album. And got some online love from a couple of internet radio stations. Way back in 2003 when internet radio was all the rage. So I'm feeling pretty good about that one. Matt says, in terms of covers that you do, Electric Chair is my favorite. Thank you, pal. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. And that's one of my favorites as well. May pull that one out. You never know. Yeah, warm up the bass line. You may never know that. No, ain't got the coronas. It's just allergies. It's okay. Not a problem. I've had enough problems with, if you ever want me to remind you of an old song you wrote. I have tons of old songs that I've written that I've never recorded. And my little sister is getting ready to pull out all of the... If you're a writer, you know that there are things that you just kind of lay on the table and go, okay, stay there and disintegrate, because I never want to see you again. So if I had $1 for every time I had to tell someone it's just allergies in the last 6 weeks, tell me about it. The horror stories that we've talked about on this show, where I will walk up to somebody and accidentally cough and you just see from behind their mask, their eyes just glaze over and they turn milk white pale, and they throw themselves up against walls and pull out rosaries and swear they're going to die right there on the spot because I coughed. Yeah, this is why I stay home a lot. I'm just saying. Because it's really getting bad. It really is getting bad, But I get it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, and I thought about that song, and I'm speaking to my sister Judy now, that she's talking about a song that I wrote when I was back like about 15, 16, something like that. No, the name of the song. I don't. Do I want to talk about this on the air? I'm really not sure if I do or not. But I know what you're talking about. We'll talk later. But it's okay. Yes, thank you. Yes, you do. Yes, I do. I know. But in any case, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Plus, I wrote that on a piano. So there's no way I'm bringing a piano in here. Not just to move it out again. So, as always. So anyway, again, to everybody who may just be tuning in, thank you very much for joining us. This is pretty much how we do for an hour every Friday night. So if you're, expecting something really cool, like, Colleen Ballinger or, PewDiePie or, whoever, this ain't it. This just isn't it. We hang out, we play a couple of songs, and we just generally let people know how we're doing and just let our hair down for an hour and just kind of relax and just be, because, it's a tough situation, and we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through it together. We're doing okay so far. Granted, it's been a long 2 months, and I'm looking outside, and people are saying, it's a beautiful day in Chicago. Yes, it is. It's a beautiful night in Chicago. Yeah, mid-70s, sunshine. I'm looking out my window of my apartment right now. It's an absolutely beautiful evening, but we can't go anywhere. I mean, we can, but in terms of congregating with our friends and popular entertainment and things like that, obviously we can't do it. Want to. Hopefully we can do it soon. Who knows? I know I ain't going to go the entire summer not playing golf. I'm going to tell you right now, that ain't happening. No. I did find an indoor golf range near my house. Just saying. Matt, pay attention. Score 19. Just saying. You and me. Keep it in mind. So we're hitting a golf course soon. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, we are hitting a golf course soon. We're gonna hit the indoor call. We're gonna hit the indoor course first. We gotta warm up. Unfortunately, because last summer, recording the album and promoting it and all that good stuff, I missed a lot of valuable golf time, y'all. Yeah, that's not good. It's not good. There's one thing I love. I won't say more than music, but real close. We got to warm up, he says Matt. Yeah. Put your money where your mouth is, pal. Just saying. Our golf courses were the first things to open. Priorities. You better believe it, lady. That's right. People have their priorities. Okay, let's somebody else messaging in. You guys think I'm playing this evening? Don't mess with the golf course. Chat isn't open yet? Yes, chat has been open. Yes, comma, chat is open, period. It has been open since the start of the show, period. Now, where was I? Just saying. Let's see. For golf course, first thing to open. Yeah. And I can understand that. I can clearly understand that. And I welcome this kind of behavior, actually. Simply because... No, it's not. It's allergies. I swear to God, it's allergies. Let's see. Liz says, I can't get in. You should be able to, period. There are many people there this evening, period. Did she try opening the door? No, she probably didn't look behind the couch yet either. Have I been tested yet? Maybe you should before and after golfing. I have not been tested, but I can honestly say maybe it's a push instead of pull. I will say this. As I said, I live alone. When this first started, when this whole thing started, I was living alone. I was by myself, and I have pretty much stayed home a lot. I go out to go shopping occasionally. I go out to visit a friend every now and then, and that's about it. Judy wants to know, is it turned on? Is it plugged in? Yeah, did you restart it? Not at bottom. Wait a minute, what? There are many people there this evening. Not at bottom. I have no idea what you're talking about. Judy wants to know, ... Is it turned on? Question mark. Is it plugged in? Question mark. Did you turn it off and on? Question mark. Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, that's enough public humiliation for one evening. Anyway, I am just doing that because, well, let's face it, I ran out of material. Thank you again to everybody that's here. Really, to have over 50 subscribers really means the world to me. I wouldn't mind seeing it go to 100. And like I said, in the YouTube sphere, that's, small potatoes. But, it's something to hang your hat on, Sell 10 copies of the album. Get 2 shows in a year. 100 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah! Now we're talking, people. This is what I mean. So yeah. But how is everybody doing? I mean, there's some people that are, coming in this evening and they're talking about, helping out. I do know one thing that I do want to talk about, and I had a nice little piece of personal history happen, and it happened just the other day. And if you're a regular viewer of this show, you know that people like myself and Megan Paulette, who is our special guest this evening, thank you again, Megan, for gracing us with this show. Elizabeth Jack has walked in. Elizabeth, hello there. Hey, glad you made it. We're so happy that you got in. Oh, my goodness. I guess you didn't need any more public humiliation. So it's okay. It's turned on. Yes, thank goodness it is turned on. This much we have established. But anyway, we all know about the Hug Show, the Hometown Underground Sound Show. If you're a musician and you don't know about this, you need to. This is a radio show that comes out of radio station WRGG in Greencastle, Pennsylvania, of all places. I received an email about 5 months ago from a guy that said, "Hey, I turned your songs over to the guy that runs this show. He's going to start this show, and we'd like to play your song on the air." Great, who am I to say no? The song was my cover of "Get Out of Denver." It literally ended up on the top 10 of this chart of this radio show, and this radio show has become an international phenomenon. It's a little tiny station in a little tiny town in Pennsylvania, outside of Pittsburgh, and what happened was, the host of the show, Cyrus Gray, and myself, we get to talking every now and then, and he asked me about my son Eric's band, the Studs. And I went, well, that I don't know if you want them on your station. I mean, these guys are high voltage punk, which they are. He's like, bring them on. Long story short, a little piece of history was made. Now, you have to understand that my son, Matt, plays bass on my album. My son, Jim, plays guitar and sings on my album. Also co-produced the album. My nephew, Colin, played drums and also co-produced the album. So it was a real family affair. Eric plays guitar on The Sunrise Also Fell, the single that came off of it, which, by the way, right now is also on the charts with Hugs. And also in the, I think it's on the UK as well, I'm not sure. But Wednesday night, we made a little piece of history because in the same segment, in the same 3-song segment of the show last night, the Studs and Tim Gainer both played within a 15-minute span. And that, to me, is a really little cool piece of family history. And I'm very proud of the Studs. They are just an amazing band. They've been at it forever. I just found out that they're supposed to be playing some shows out east. So people out east, be on the lookout. The Studs are coming. Lock up your daughters. That's all I'm going to say. Don't mean to be dense, but I don't get how to do the voting you put out there. Maybe we can catch up offline and you can explain to me. Okay, it's actually very simple. When an artist sends you out the voting poll for the Hug Show, and basically what that is, all the songs that are submitted, and if you are, by the way, an unsigned artist and you want to get involved in this, hugsunderground@gmail.com. Or art, yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. hugsunsigned@gmail.com. It's based on an algorithm, and all the songs that are submitted are put up to a listener vote. It also has to do with the number of plays that they get on various websites that are posted on the internet. So when you get that, you'll see that there's like 5 songs. My friends loved listening to the Studs the other night. Great. And that's the kind of thing I need to hear. I appreciate you telling me that. Thank you very much. And I'm sure they'll get a big kick out of it too, because their brothers are watching the show right now, and they'll be passing that on to their brothers as well. But the point that I'm making is that when you get that ballot, you'll see like 5 songs. And you'll see underneath it, there's a little bar that says 43 more entries or 45 more entries or anything like that. Click on that, and you'll see the listing of every single song that had been submitted during the week. Find the song that you like and just put a check mark next to it. You're golden. That's all you need to do. And then it's tallied up, and the top songs are played, and a top 100 list is compiled. Just one. You can only vote once. That's the part I like about it the most, is the fact that you can only vote once. No, it's not. It's just allergies. Okay, I don't got the coronas. It's just allergies with the Fleischmann and the going and the thing. So yeah, you can only vote once, and that's the cool part about it. Yes, you can vote once each week when it's sent out to you. You can also, there's a wonderful website that I'm involved with, and I think Megan is as well, because she's also on the list. She's also on the charts. Drooble, Drooble. Yes, that is the name of the website. Why it's named after a baby drooling, I have no idea, but there it is. And when you play these songs, that acts as a vote. Pardon me. So we encourage you to go out and buy it. We encourage you to go out and listen to it. We encourage you to go out and vote for it. And we also encourage you to listen to the Hug Show every week. 93.7 WRGG, Greencastle, Pennsylvania. Turn it on, lock it in, and rip off the knob. So, and of course, my deepest thanks to Cyrus Gray, Jeff Trish, and the crowd that's working that show, because they are giving not just myself, but a lot of unsigned artists that are very deserving of exposure. They need to be heard. These are songs that need to be heard. And these are songs that are coming in from all over the world. You would love this show if you hear it. If you're a music fan, you'll love it. There are songs that are coming in from Israel. They're coming in from England. They're coming in from France, Germany, Canada. It's an amazing show. It's on every Tuesday night. They showcase the Top 10 Countdown. The Top 10 Countdown with me, Casey Kasem, WRGG 93.7. I'm Casey Kasem, and I'm a moron. Now, on with the countdown. It's on every Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock... No, I beg your pardon. Tuesday night, it's on from 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, and then Wednesday night is what's called the Hugs Blast, which is all the new submissions, everybody who didn't chart or are on the lower parts of the chart. That starts at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. So definitely check it out, wrgg.org. Very simple. wrgg.org. Click it on and rip off the knob and listen. It's a great station. It's a great show, great people, and I am very, very proud to be a part of that. I really am. I think we got time for one more, and Matt mentioned it, so I'm going to try to do it. I butchered this song a couple of weeks ago, and I'm sure I'm going to butcher it again. So we'll see what happens. But Matt, I'm going to play this for you, buddy, because you brought it up, okay? So, Judge, Your Honor, hear my plea before you open up your code. I don't crave no sympathy for what I'm about to report. I caught her with this gambling Joe. It's my Neil Young impression. I won about once or twice before. I pulled my knife, I went insane. The rest you already know. Said, Judge, good kind judge, send me to the electric chair. Said, Judge, not judge, hear me, Judge, I want to get right out of here. I don't want no bondsman to go and set my bail. I don't want to spend no 99 cents stuck in your goddamn stinking cell. Say, Judge, hear me, Judge, and send me to the electric chair. I said, Judge, Your Honor, buddy, please send me to the electric chair. I said, Judge, not judge, my sweet judge, hear me, Judge, I love that girl so dear. I put a button in my bottle and I kinda kicked her in the side. Then I stood there laughing o'er her while she choked, bubbled, and died. Said, Judge, hear me, Judge, and send me to the electric chair. Yeah, I can't help it. It's just one of those things. All right. Well, we tried. That's as close as we're going to get to that, at least this week. I'm sure he could find him, especially after his movie. That's cute, Elena. Thanks ever so much. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this week. Hey, thank you to everybody again that's joining me and is hanging with me. I really, really, in my heart, appreciate it. I really do. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Got a personal goal. Yeah, let's make it 100 subscribers. Why not? You know, it's something I can hang my little furry hat on. And we'll do this again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. New vlog episode coming out Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, because I'm moving out. We're gonna start documenting what's happening with the move, or the planned move, or the supposed move, or is there gonna be a move? And we're gonna find out for sure. We'll catch up with all of that, and then we'll come back here on Friday. We'll do this all again. In the meantime, please take care of yourselves. We need each other, and be good to each other, because we really need that too, more than ever. My name is Tim Gainer. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Stay safe, stay well. Hope you liked it. If you do, hey, you know what to do. We'll see you next time. And in the meantime, I've realized something. I don't know how to end this show. No, really, I don't. Just saying. Plop free!